Hey there, food lovers. Imagine this. You're sitting down for dinner, the TV's on, and before you know it, your plate is empty. Sound familiar? Now think about this. What if your relationship with food could be completely different? What if every meal could be an experience, not just a routine? But guess what? It doesn't have to be this way. Today, we're diving deep into the delicious world of mindful eating. This is about falling back in love with food, savoring every bite, and ditching that post-meal guilt for good. We're talking about transforming your relationship with food, one delicious bite at a time. Get ready to treat your taste buds right. All right, picture this. It's been a long day, you're beat, and the only thing on your mind is curling up on the couch with a steaming plate of insert your favorite comfort food here. Sound familiar? We've all been there, my friend. But let's be real. When we inhale our food while glued to the TV or frantically responding to emails, something gets lost along the way. The intricate flavors, the satisfying textures, the simple pleasure of nourishing our bodies, all of it fades into the background noise of our busy lives. Think about it. How many times have you finished a bag of chips while watching a movie, only to realize you barely tasted a single one? Or scarfed down lunch at your desk, feeling bloated and sluggish afterward? By simply bringing a little awareness to our eating habits, we can transform those rushed, forgettable meals into mindful, pleasurable experiences. It's time to ditch the distractions, put down our phones, and truly savor each bite. Because trust me, food tastes way better when you're actually paying attention to it. Okay, so we've acknowledged the autopilot eating. Now what? Let's dive into some seriously simple mindful eating techniques that anyone can master. First things first, breathe. Before you even take that first bite, pause for a moment. Take a few deep breaths, inhaling the aroma of your delicious meal. Now for the main event, savoring. Instead of shoveling in food like it's a race to the finish line, slow down. Take smaller bites, chew slowly, and really focus on the flavors and textures dancing on your tongue. Is it sweet, savory, spicy, crunchy, creamy, chewy? Get curious and explore your food with all your senses. Try putting your fork down between bites. This forces you to slow down and savor each mouthful. Mindful eating isn't about deprivation or rigid rules. It's about reconnecting with the pleasure of eating and appreciating the nourishment that food provides. When it comes to our eating habits, there's one topic we need to discuss openly: how our emotions influence what and when we eat. We've all been there, right? That urge to reach for a bag of chips after a stressful day, or drown our sorrows in a tub of cookie dough. But here's the thing. Emotional eating isn't about actual hunger. It's about using food to cope with emotions like stress, sadness, boredom, you name it. The good news is, mindful eating can help us break free from this emotional eating cycle. By paying attention to our hunger cues, we can start to differentiate between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Physical hunger comes on gradually, and it doesn't care what you eat, as long as it provides nourishment. Are you truly physically hungry, or are you trying to soothe an emotion? If it's the latter, try finding alternative coping mechanisms that don't involve food. Remember, food is not the enemy, and neither are your emotions. Let's talk portion control, but ditch those measuring cups and scales, all right? We're not about that restrictive life here. Mindful eating is all about finding balance and listening to your body's cues, not obsessing over numbers. One of the simplest tricks in the book: downsize your dishes. Instead of piling your food onto a gigantic plate, opt for a smaller one. Your brain will be tricked into thinking you're eating more than you actually are. Another helpful tip: serve yourself smaller portions to start with. You can always go back for seconds if you're genuinely hungry. This way, you're less likely to overeat and more likely to actually enjoy every bite without feeling stuffed. Here's the key takeaway: listen to your body. Eat when you're genuinely hungry, and stop when you're comfortably satisfied, not stuffed to the brim. Let's address the food guilt monster lurking in the shadows. You know, that voice that whispers, "You shouldn't have eaten that," or "You've blown your diet." It's time to silence that negativity and embrace the joy of eating, my friends. Food is not the enemy. It's fuel for our bodies, a source of pleasure, and a beautiful part of life. Instead of focusing on what you should or shouldn't eat, shift your attention to how food makes you feel. Does it nourish you? Does it bring you joy? Does it satisfy your taste buds? These are the questions to ask yourself. Remember, it's okay to indulge in your favorite treats every now and then. Allow yourself to enjoy those treats mindfully, savoring every bite without guilt or judgment. Life is too short to feel guilty about food. Ready to turn your meal times into mini mindfulness retreats? No need for fancy meditation cushions or incense sticks here. Just a few simple exercises you can incorporate into your daily routine. First up, the silent savoring technique. For the first few minutes of your meal, resist the urge to chat, scroll through your phone, or even think about your to-do list. Instead, focus solely on the sensory experience of eating. Notice the aroma, the colors, the textures, and of course, the flavors. Next, we have the gratitude practice. Before you take your first bite, take a moment to appreciate the food in front of you. Think about the journey it took to get to your plate, from the farmers who grew the ingredients to the people who prepared your meal. Cultivating gratitude can transform your relationship with food from one of obligation to one of appreciation. Instead of inhaling your food, aim to chew each bite thoroughly, at least 20 to 30 times. Remember, mindfulness is a practice, not a perfect destination. Let's face it, in today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. But when it comes to mindful eating, creating a calm and inviting eating environment can make all the difference. First and foremost, banish those screens. That means no TV, no phones, no laptops at the dinner table. These distractions only serve to pull our attention away from the present moment and prevent us from fully experiencing our meals. Instead, create a dedicated space for eating, whether it's your dining table, kitchen counter, or even a cozy corner in your home. Set the table, light a candle, play some soothing music, whatever helps you create a relaxing and inviting atmosphere. Sharing meals with others is a wonderful way to connect, socialize, and enhance the overall dining experience. Start by implementing small changes, like putting your phone away during meals or taking a few deep breaths before you eat. So there you have it, folks. The path to mindful eating is paved with intention, awareness, and a whole lot of deliciousness. Remember, this isn't about deprivation or rigid rules. It's about rediscovering the simple joy of eating and nourishing your body with love and appreciation. Start small, be patient with yourself, and most importantly, have fun with it. Experiment with different mindful eating techniques, explore new flavors, and reconnect with the pleasure of food. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on living a mindful and joyful life. Until next time, happy eating!